Just when it felt like Samsung's flagship, leaks were dominating every conversation, two mid-range phones quietly stepped in and flipped the entire storyline. Specs are leaking earlier than expected, performance numbers are shaking people up, and one upgrade in particular is causing more chaos than anything revealed about the S26 so far. This gets wild. Welcome back, viewers. Sam here. Like, share, and subscribe for more. The moment these leaks started dropping, the tech world went from calm to confused in seconds. The Galaxy A37 and A57 were supposed to be predictable mid-range refreshes, the kind of upgrades you glance at once and move on from. But Samsung clearly had different plans this year because these leaks aren't just interesting. They're disruptive. They're rewriting expectations for mid-range phones in 2026 and even creating pressure for the S26 lineup months before launch. The first spark came from a test unit of the Galaxy A57 showing up with Samsung's new Exynos 1680 chipset. Now, early benchmark numbers usually don't cause much noise, but they hit harder than anyone expected. A 1311 single-core and 4347 multi-core score immediately pushed the A57 into a performance zone that doesn't feel mid-range anymore. What's even more surprising is how Samsung structured the core layout: one performance core hitting 2.91 GHz, 4 balance cores at 2.60 GHz, and 3 efficiency cores at 195 GHz. It's a smarter, more controlled distribution. Like, Samsung is quietly fixing the thermal and throttling issues people complained about in older Exynos chips. On the other side, the Galaxy A37 is taking a different role, a calm, reliable daily performer with the Exynos 1480 and 8 GB of RAM. It's clearly not aiming for heavy gaming or extreme multitasking, but it doesn't need to. It targets the user who wants smooth scrolling, clean app switching, easy social media use, and simple efficiency. And honestly, that balance makes the A37 feel like the more predictable, user-friendly option of the two. But here's where things stop being predictable. Both phones, A37 and A57, are rumored to come with a 5000 mAh battery paired with 45W fast charging. And this matters because leaks still suggest the Galaxy S26 might launch with the same old 2050W charging. Suddenly, a mid-range phone could be the fastest charging Samsung device of 2026. That's the kind of twist nobody saw coming. Then comes the design leak, and this one adds even more tension. Slim bezels, a clean flat AMOLED display at 6.7 inches, 120Hz refresh rate, a metal frame, and possibly a glass back. This is premium styling creeping down the lineup, and it's happening quietly. Almost like Samsung is preparing the A series to feel flagship-ish without saying it out loud. But nothing, absolutely nothing, stirred more conversation than the leaked privacy display feature. This was supposed to be exclusive to the S26 Ultra, yet reports now suggest the A57 might be one of the first devices to test it. The concept is wild. From the front, your screen looks clear and normal, but from the side, it fades, blurs, or goes dark to prevent others from viewing your screen. It's like having a built-in digital privacy filter you can activate whenever you want. Phones in planes, offices, classrooms, and crowded spaces suddenly get way more secure. There are small drawbacks mentioned in early reports, like minor dimming or slight color shifts, but those issues don't change the fact that this feature would be revolutionary for a mid-range device. Samsung giving experimental tech to its A series before the S series. That's a major shift in strategy. Software support is another shocker. Samsung already gives 7 years of major updates to its flagships, but now leaks suggest the same might apply to the 2026 A series. 7 years of OS updates on a mid-range phone is practically unheard of. It means you could buy an A57 in 2026 and still get updates into 2033. That's insane value. Of course, there are still unanswered questions. The pricing remains a mystery, though Samsung typically positions the A3X series as the affordable option and the A5X series as the premium mid-range. If Samsung maintains that structure with these upgraded specs, both phones could be massive sellers. It also depends on how Samsung schedules their launches. If the S26 gets pushed to February, the A37 and A57 might slide into April. If not, March 2026 seems like a safe bet. There's also the question of whether the camera setup will remain the same. Leaks suggest both phones could stick with the reliable 50MP main sensor and 12MP selfie camera, which wouldn't be a dramatic upgrade, but at least Samsung seems to be focusing on consistency. If they enhance image processing, dynamic range, and low light performance, especially with the new ISP inside Exynos 1680. The A57 might punch far above its weight in photography too. All of this creates a rare moment in Samsung's lineup where the mid-range devices are genuinely challenging the spotlight of the flagships. The A57 especially feels like a device built to disrupt, not follow. Meanwhile, the A37 seems like the smart everyday choice, balanced, clean, and efficient. So the real question is which direction Samsung fans will lean toward. Are you the performance-focused user who wants flagship-level multitasking, faster charging, and new experimental features like privacy display? Or do you prefer a stable, reliable phone that does everything you need without pushing the price too hard? Either way, Samsung has unintentionally started one of the most exciting mid-range storylines in years. And if these leaks keep dropping at the current pace, the next few months are going to be very interesting. Let me know in the comments which one you're most excited for, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Samsung updates, because the next wave of leaks is going to be even crazier.